3, 2, 1.
Boys, where have you been?
We're just running errands.
That's it?
Look, we're really sorry, Splinter. Some of the guys wanted to get pizza, and I tried to talk them out of it.
You ratted us out. Hey, don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's 2023.
Sorry, Dad.
Okay, so if I wasn't kind of inclined to dislike the movie in advance, and I wasn't kind of tired of wokeism, or political correctness, whatever you want to call it, that would be a funny joke.
Yeah. Do you know the...
Like, don't use rat that way. Is like, okay, that's kind of clever.
Yeah. And of course, we got Jackie Chan in the voice of Splinter.
Which is funny because Splinter's Japanese, so I thought we were supposed to be overly sensitive about these things, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either.
Hey, guys, if we weren't monsters that were shunned by society and we could do what we wanted...
So
What
we've
would you
seen
guys
this
do?
before in the
Go to
last
high
one we
school?
looked at.
Oh, yeah, the with the watermelon. Yeah.
The rooftop scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe get a girlfriend.
Can you imagine that?
Not likely.
Also, what kind of reception are they possibly getting in the sewers on their
I don't know.
smartphones?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that raises more questions.
Yeah. I wondered that about the 2012 series because they were using they were going on like computers and going on the internet, and I'm like, you get Wi-Fi down in the sewers?
I could see not Raphael. I could see Donatello rigging up some sort of Ethernet solution there. Maybe make a Wi-Fi for the sewers, but
Yeah.
but that's still that's a weird thought to have. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Donnie's the tech guy.
he
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
machines,
So
yes.
So he
Although
rigged something up.
he did machines, I don't remember him being IT, which is a different set of skills.
Well, and the one animated movie they did like in the late 2000s.
Oh, the
He
Patrick
worked-
Stewart one.
Yeah, the Patrick Stewart one. Yeah, he worked he had an IT job that he worked. It was just over the phone.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's possible. It's just one of those things that's weird on the surface, but I could technically see how you could do it.
Yeah.
This is insane. Turtle mutant karate teens. I
Hey,
want
Lizzo's
to
in
know
the movie.
everything about you.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
and I'm sure he was technically doing computer stuff in the '80s show too. Just
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
it's just been a while. I was just being a little bit pedantic.
Yeah.
All right, so the thing that everybody's going to focus on, I swear this is like the sacrificial lamb to make sure that they can brush aside criticism of the movie.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh man,
Our dad is definitely not a giant rat.
I can't stand Donnie's voice.
Yeah, he sounds too young. Also, that was I finished the line, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That makes me feel like he's a rat.
That is such a
Police are
Seth
back.
Rogen joke right there.
Yeah, it is.
Or it's like awkward white humor, awkward white guy humor.
Yeah. Man.
Told by the recent crime wave led by a superfly.
Nobody's ever seen his face.
Why?
Because he kills everyone who does.
Cool.
No, not cool.
A bit cool.
Can I kick you?
Okay, that was like my favorite line in the trailer. Like that.
Yeah.
It's like they're teenage boys and they're actually kind of impressed by that kind of thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think they're supposed to be like 13 or 14 in this.
Yeah, that's definitely the feeling you get from this, which is weird because usually their portrayal would be like 16, 17, 18.
Yes. Yeah. 16, 17. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Super fun. And then everyone will think we're cool. They'll accept us.
Can I kick you?
He's making a deal tonight under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Can I kick? Whoa. Kick.
What the? Y'all some little tortoises, huh?
I can't believe there are other mutants.
You want to roll with us? Humans are never gonna like us.
All right, so It's kind of
Getting an-
interesting that we're getting Baxter Stockman back to his original race because it was bent in the '80s cartoon from black to white for whatever reason.
Yeah, and then he went back to black in the 2003 series and the
Right.
2012 series.
Well, that's because the original creator was actually involved with it, so he wanted to be like his comic.
Right. Yeah. And of course you got that Ice Cube in there,
Yep.
which fits.
And you know, this is going to sound a little bit heretical, but I actually kind of appreciate that for once we're not getting a Shredder story from the looks of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I hate to say it, Shredder's kind of been overdone.
Right. I mean, on the one hand, your Transformers movie, you got to have Megatron as your villain.
Right.
But on the other hand, it gets played out.
Right. Yeah.
So that now, what I have the sneaking suspicion of, and I'd mark my words, like I'm just going to make this prediction right now. So we have Bebop and Rocksteady there as already mutants, right?
Right.
So we're getting away from the original '90s cartoon version where they were humans who decided to mutate to fight the turtles better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're going to have Ice Cube's gang get broken up, and then I'll have an after trailer thing that establishes the Shredders showing up and him recruiting them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because this feels has a very prequel feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll probably, and then if they get if there is a sequel to this, which might not happen, it'll be the first issue of the comic book that they do.
Yeah.
Minus the blood and gore.
I don't know. Maybe Seth Rogen convinces them to do the hard R.
Yeah, maybe.
So we're gonna let the mutants rule the earth.
He reminds me of Magneto.
Yeah. Superfly Magneto.
Superfly Magneto, yeah.
Although I think I think April called him Superfly early on, so maybe it isn't Baxter Stockman. Which would be weird to have a fly who wasn't Baxter Stockman, but
yeah,
there's Raymond. There's Raymond there.
Yeah.
Who's the gecko? You were just circling him.
Mondo Gecko.
Oh yeah. Yep. Now, this is like something where I think Midnight's Edge was pointing out. This is probably a situation where Seth Rogen is actually a fan of it, but he's like a fan of the cartoon.
Right. Yeah, he's not a fan of the. Well, yeah, he's a fan of like the 87, the 80s, 90s show, not like the 2003 show or the comic books or yeah.
Because like there's a lot of questionable design choices here, and some questionable writing choices, but Seth Rogen is Seth Rogening it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like this is like the same sort of hatred for the fans that you sometimes get from these remakes.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Yeah, there's some love and care or not care, consideration, albeit misguided.
Well, it's like how I kind of enjoyed that Seth Rogen Green Hornet movie, but it was not a good Green Hornet movie.
Yeah.
They got to go.
Okay, sort of a twist.
We can't stop him.
We gotta try.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
My son, Michelangelo, you have heart. Donatello, you have wisdom. Raphael,
you have an undiagnosed bipolar disorder.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh man.
And Leonardo, honor.
You're the good one.
Enough talk. I dream about fighting every night.
You got a rage problem, right?
It's not a problem.
That was like the second best line in the trailer.
Yeah. They said the thing. All right.
So second trailer came off better than the first one.
I think so. Yeah, the first one was kind of like um, more bent to the comedy and the characters. This one was more bent to uh, the story.
And the action, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you actually now know who the villain is.
Right. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if it was going to be more like the 2000s animated movie where it was more focused on the turtles and less on the bad guys.
Yeah, you can kind of see the plot going here. That's yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we're outsiders. Oh, they're these cool people we can be buddies with who are just like us. Oh, they're dag nasty evil. They're genocidal. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like I was kind of saying before, there's a bit of a X-Men Magneto vibe I was getting from that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I don't know that art style wise, it's very strange still.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's I hate to say it, kind of parts of that looked cheap.
Yeah, there isn't a budget posted for this. There isn't a posted budget for this movie anywhere that I could find. So I'll be very curious if like is this like a Puss in Boots where it's 90 or 100 million, or is this style actually Lightyear style $200 million budget? Because I could see a case
Yeah.
for both. Because there's like if you look at the lines on Michelangelo's arms in this screenshot I have here, go ahead and switch back to
Yeah.
presenting here. Boop. Wait, did I pick the right one? No, I did not pick the right one.
Oh, you didn't pick the right one. Okay.
Silly me. All right. So like there's like it looks like he's a 3D model, but there's visible squiggles on it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a high budget movie or not.
Yeah. It's hard to
I
tell.
would believe either one.
Yeah.
So
Ninja says it looks like they couldn't decide between a grittier style, cartoony style during the production, so they tried to do both.
I suspect that if you were to see the what do you call it, the concept art for this one, it would be extremely similar.
Yeah.
To like how this actually turned out. Okay, and it's like probably some cartoonist with a very rough style that they're emulating here.
Yeah.
So so I don't think that I've necessarily been sold on the movie, but at least now I kind of get what it's about.
Yeah.
So I feel a little better about it than I did after watching the first one, which just felt like a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely get a better idea of what the movie's about. You get the idea that okay, it's them like I was saying, like they're 13, 14 years old,
Mhm.
just starting out. They're not as obviously not as battle hardened as they are when they're 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah.
Right, and they're actually being heroic here. So
Yeah.
as opposed to last one where they're just miscreants causing problems for innocent people.
Yeah, they're just being stupid teenagers.
Yep. So better trailer. Maybe they should have led with this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
April O'Neil is still a joke, but that's
Yeah,
neither here nor there.
yeah, I agree.
So decent trailer actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that I actually don't have a transition for
Have
this
a
one.
transition.